Okay, so we're going to talk about acrylic paint and a couple of things on how to work with it, okay? So first thing I'm going to actually go over is your water container, all right? Now, as you can kind of see, I have small puddles of water, all right? Now, the way I want you to kind of work with this is when your brush is dirty, I want you to clean it on this side first, okay? Tap the water off, go to the next well, tap that off, go to the third well, all right? Now, the reason I do this is because that all the dirty paint off the brush will go into here, okay? Then you kind of get the water off, go into here, wash it off one more time, and you will start noticing that this will be the darkest, a little bit lighter, and clear, okay? This is a great way to always have clean water, okay? And you go quite a long time without having to change out your water, okay? Let's see, so that's pretty much it. So don't fill that up too much, all right? So that's one thing. Brushes, all right, so brushes. What you're gonna need for this practice are actually 3 different types of brushes, okay? So we have a flat, we have a round, because the shape of round, and we have a fan. All right, they do different things. These are great for flat lines and edges and corners, okay? These are great for small little details, okay? They come in all different sizes. And fan brushes are great for help, honestly, like wide areas if you need to add some details, like texture details, or to actually help you blend, okay? All right, so that's those. I'm gonna put them there. Next, the paper that you're going to be working with, okay? Now for your project, you can use one of the boxes and put wax in and then put your paint in there, and you can save it per, each day, which is great as long as you have your name on it. But for here, we're just going to use the magazine like little piece. And for here, you don't need a lot of paint, all right? So you're going to use, primary colors, grab a brown, a little bit of black, a little bit of white, okay? And this, honestly, is really enough that we can do this whole paper with, okay? I'll show you how. All right, so here we go. First thing what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the different brushes, all right? Now, in each one of these, we're just going to, by the way, we're just going to wet our brush, and we're just going to hydrate some of this, and we will, some of the paint, and we're going to actually put it right on here, all right? All right, so I'm going to put that there. We're going to put 3 different strokes, 3 different things that we can make with this. So I'm going to start off with, I think I'm going to put a little bit of brown, add a little bit of water there. All right. Liquefy that a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so we know that rounds are great for skinny lines, thick lines, okay? And you can actually do different things with them too, okay? So all different, ways that we can work with this. Make that a little bit thicker. Small details, okay, thick and thin. All right. So round, as I said before, great for small details. You might find that you like a round, which is kind of a neat, one. All right, so let's go into flat, see what the flat does. All right, add a little bit here. Notice that flats are great for nice straight lines, okay? Even sideways. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. All right, last one, fan brush. Gotta get that wet. So fan brushes are pretty cool, okay? Add a little bit of more color from over here, all right? Because they have different things that they can do. Pretty cool, all right? And all of these, by the way, I didn't like grind my brush into the paper. I kind of like just softly went on top of the paper. All right, so now that we kind of explored the different brushes, I need you to pick which one you feel comfortable working with. So you're going to actually be painting this using whatever color combination you want to fill this in, okay? Now, when you're working with your brushes, you want the right size brush for the right size job. You're not going to pick a big brush to go in a small space. You're not going to pick a super small brush, like a ridiculously small one, to do a large space. So get the right size brush, all right? And then I want you to have full control, okay, over your brush. So if it is getting too sloppy, you might need to change up your brush, okay? because you want to be able to fill it in nicely. Ooh. Now you notice that this one's kind of going fast. Maybe it might be the brush. I'm probably like, no, it's probably you, Mrs. Smith. No, it's the brush. All right, so I got one. Let's change that to a different color. Let's go with a little bit of blue. All right. Now you kind of notice that I kind of do my edging first. Kind of go up, get around this space, fill in the others. See, it's not a lot of, I'm not using a lot of paint. I'm kind of like taking a little bit of color, watering it down a little bit, treating it more like watercolor, all right, than actual thick paint. Okay, go here. There we are. Now you might find that a round brush is better, and that is a-okay. All right. Ooh, notice I'm getting very close there. All right, and this can be done with either one. You could actually, honestly, if you wanted to do both ones, that's fine. All right, there we are. Oh, that's good. Now, if you're noticing how sometimes the paint is thinner in some area and thicker, it's just because of the amount of water that I've got on my my paper. Excuse me, my brush, actually. A little bit more water makes it a little bit lighter. A little bit more paint makes it a little thicker. All right, beautiful. Notice I did not have any cross-contamination. Okay, I went right up to the edge, had good control over my brush. Perfect. All right, tint tone shade. So we mastered control over our brush. Now we need to mix some colors. So tint tone shade. Tint is actually, I'm going to write it here, white. Okay, mixed with the color. Tone is gray. Shade is black. All right. So you're going to pick one color, and we're going to mix these different combinations, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do red. And by the way, when I add in, see my brush? I'm just going to just barely grab a little bit of white, okay? Notice how it affects it. It goes pretty quick. Okay. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to make gray. So I'm going to add a little bit, okay? A little bit to make my gray. All right, I'm going to need my base color. All right, we can see that's kind of like a muted color. Oops, need a little bit of water on it. It's feeling a little dry. A really nice gray, grayish red, I guess. Beautiful. Okay. All right, now we need to mix with black. Okay, so let's get a teeny bit of red there. Teeny bit of black. By the way, be sparing when you add black because it will darken it very fast, okay? Black has that kind of effect where it can overtake a color so seriously fast if you put too much. Okay, there we go. Excellent. So we notice that we can change the colors by lightening and darkening them with tint tone and shade. All right, brown. So brown's kind of cool. Brown, actually, you can make brown by mixing equal amounts of primary colors. So these, mix them nice equally, they will be brown, okay? So we're gonna do this. We're gonna start off with brown. I'm not gonna have you mix it, okay? You're gonna add a little bit of extra yellow. All right, I'm gonna see what that turns out to be. All right, so it's gonna be like a yellowy, I know, it's kind of like a bright brown, okay? All right, next we're gonna see what having extra red, brown, a little extra, there we go. Ooh, that's nice brown. Okay. Okay. Let's do, oh, totally did that. That was supposed to be, well, hopefully you'll do these in the right one. This is actually, I mixed this with yellow. Haha. I made this one red. Can you tell I'm not like paying attention? I made this one blue. Oh, yeah. Let's try that again. All right. Silly Mrs. Smith. I totally put that in the wrong order. Now this is a really cool brown. Adding extra blue. Doesn't look like brown, but it's actually like a deep, there we go. That's a little better. I think I needed to just add a little bit more brown in there. It's like that nice dark brown, chocolate brown. All right, so we have that. You know what? We're gonna kind of go down here since we're obviously mixing colors. All right, so what's this mean? We're gonna change up different colors, skin tones, okay? You might have to, you know, kind of finagle with them, the actual equation, but you will get a nice skin tone. And they're going to be arranged, okay? I actually used to work in cosmetics a long time ago, and I have learned that skin, okay, with foundation that you put on your face, okay, comes in all different colors, okay? So, you're going to probably get all 3 different colors here. Now, oh, orange. Yes, you don't have orange on your paper here, okay? You're going to need to mix orange. So, I'm going to mix myself some orange over here, okay? There we are. Some nice pretty orange. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to start off. Okay, so I see that I need to add some white. So I'm going to add a little bit of white here. All right, so mix that, and it gets like a pinky color. There we are. So it almost comes up like with a peach, all right? Now this one says to add a little bit of brown, all right? Well, let's see what that does. I'm gonna add a little brown to that color. Oh, that's kind of nice, right? Yes. Pretty good, right? All right, last one. See this combination right here? This means brown, okay? You can make your own brown, which is fine. You could try that out. Or you can just mix brown and white. So I'm just gonna, for this video, and you can do it too, mix brown and white, okay? Oh, I'm running out of little space on my paper, and that's a-okay. All right. Oh, check that out. That's completely awesome. All right. So we have a couple different skin tones here, okay? And depending on who you're looking at, you might need to add a little bit more in this color combination, okay? All right, so on to blending. All right, blending's pretty cool. We're actually gonna be using our fan brush, which is awesome. Just gonna squeeze out the water on that. And all right, here we go. Probably the best way to do this is for me to just do it and then show you and tell you what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna get some paint here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of just go like that. Beautiful. Excellent. Then I'm going to grab another little bit of paint. Okay, and I'm going to do this fast because I don't want it to kind of dry. Then I'm going to go over this and I'm going to merge it. Okay. And this will actually blend them together. All right, which is pretty cool. Voila. What did it do? Okay, I put some paint down, obviously. Okay, and you can use any color combination because you're probably getting limited on your paint selection, and that's okay. You can use brown. I'm going to use, actually, you know, why don't I do brown? I applied the paint. I kind of let it fade out, okay? And I grabbed another color, and let's do some black, and I went right on top and let that fade out, okay? And then I took my fan brush, and I kind of like pet the top of it, okay? And it helps it kind of mix it together. All right. Just really cool. All right. You're going to do that 3 times. Oh, my heavens. I know. It's exactly. Let's do it one more time. Why not? Let's get wild. Let's do some white. And you're like, I can't see white. It's okay. All right, and then, oh, what color I haven't used? This lime yellow. There we are. Grab my awesome fan brush. Okay. I'll wipe it off. Paint on top of it. Okay, it won't mix. There you go. Ooh, might not be able to see it, but I can. It's cool. Okay, so you're gonna blend, all right? Last ones, dry brush, and all these other fun ones, okay, techniques. I'm just gonna try to dry that off, okay? This is pretty much drying off your brush, and it's light, okay? You're petting the actual paper, which is cool, all right? Gives it a nice texture. Next one, I'm just gonna add a little bit of water to what I had. I'm gonna paint over this, and then I'll come back to it, all right? I'll let that there. Okay. Sgraffito. Oh, what color do I want to do it? All right, we'll do black because I haven't done black. Sgraffito is kind of neat because it means to scratch. So you can go in and you can scratch in. Isn't that cool? I don't know what we're gonna make. Whatever. I don't know what that is. Okay, but you can scratch in details into the paint, which is cool. All right, I'm gonna go to splatter and then I'm gonna go right back to overpaint. So splatter, please do not go flicking it down, all right? Ooh, see? I don't like it. I don't like it when other people are like, oh, if you tap it like this, not really excited about that one. That one kind of gives you like huge globs of paint, okay? Ready? I like it when you kind of like get it nice and loaded, pull back the brush, and kind of go at it, okay? And it does kind of go everywhere. If you don't want to go in a spot, cover it. It won't go in that spot. All right, cool. All right, back to overpainting. So if you make a mistake, you can paint over it. That's one thing, okay? Another thing is you might want to put a base down like a sky, okay? Then you can go in and you can paint stuff right over it. This is a weird looking house. Put a tree. Probably not the best size brush for what I'm doing. This doesn't look like much, but it's a house and a tree. Okay, but you can paint over it and you'll have nice clean lines, okay? Last one, drip. Excellent. Woohoo. So you're gonna load up one of your colors with a lot of water, okay? I'm gonna add some more water to this. Okay, here we are, there we are. Add it right here. It's almost like you got a huge puddle, all right? And if you just take it and start tapping it, ooh, I think I actually made more water. Okay, well, let's have more water. Right here, let's load it up. And you can let it drip, okay? Just add a little bit more water. Obviously, when you get to the end, you can soak it up. There you go. So it doesn't continue dripping right off your page, okay? And you can kind of get it to drip, okay? All right, so these are all different ways that you can use acrylic paint. And make sure when you clean up, as you can probably see, check that out. Darkest, a little lighter, practically clear, okay? All right, this goes in the trash. It's actually kind of neat. We didn't use a lot. And make sure that you clean out the container and put your brushes back in the correct bins, okay? All right, and that's it.